Dreams intro is sponsored by CLB Customs Auto Body Shop.
Welcome to BDSTV Sports TV. My name is Andrew Layton.
And I'm Greg Perkins.
And I'm Owen.
And we're going to be your hosts for today. And
we'll be right back after this short break.
Welcome back to Big Dream Sports TV. I think I look pretty good as a youngster. What you say?
Me too. I mean,
You had hair.
felt good. I had hair and everything.
And some big teeth. It's all good. Listen, that's how you be. And I think, the younger you haven't changed, bro. You didn't speak too much. It was just cool, calm, and collected. Just like right now. But we're going to jump right on into it with the scores of Friday night. We had some disappointing losses, and we had some great wins. Venice and South, woo.
I didn't see that coming at all.
At all.
I thought they would compete a little bit better than that, but I guess they wore themselves out this year with all those tight games, those cardiac cat games, and cardiac. Did I say cardiac that cat? I mean cardiac kids.
I know. We sticking people head. I know. Stereo Wildcats. 98.
So, what happened? Anybody know what happened?
Obviously none of us was there, but I heard and I watched a couple film. They just got beat in the trenches. You know what I'm saying? D-line, offensive line, literally just got smashed. And Venice came out and they wanted it more. And 5 touchdowns through the air.
Through the air.
Through the air. So I don't know how that happened, but
how does that happen against that DB corps? I mean,
sometimes
sleeping.
Something happened. I guess they were still on the charter bus. I don't know.
Is that considered a successful season still, though?
Yeah, well, it is.
How you feel?
With the controversies and the stuff that they went through this year, I really feel that it was a great season. It didn't end the way none of us thought. It was very surprising. But, hey, you guys went out on top. You lost 2 games this season. 2. So, hey, that's a great situation.
Yeah, like you said, from what they came from at the start of the beginning of the year, nobody really expected them to do as well as they did, I think,
right.
What happened at the beginning of the year. So they gotta hold their heads high, those seniors, and they had some good leadership over there.
Yeah.
And they picked themselves up, and they fought all year. So you got to be proud of them for that.
They represented us in that week with beating Naples.
Yeah.
So
oh yeah.
Ain't too many people can do that. Too many teams can do that.
Yeah.
But they called it.
And then Lehigh went into Naples, and we already knew what time it was. I seen it on Huddle, a whole bunch bad calls down there in Collier County.
Collier.
Well, I guess we must expect that. Yeah, because they don't give us no water when we come down there. Then y'all do them bad calls, and y'all wonder why.
It's not right. Y'all got plenty of water down there in Naples.
A whole bunch of it. They should give them bottled waters, all that money y'all got down there.
Purified and everything, I bet.
I guess they probably paying the rest.
That's a couple of bags.
Oh, my bad. Let's get on.
Well, they hung out. Lehigh actually, they were hanging in there for a little while.
Yeah. And then they was missing Marshawn Lynch, a huge piece of their offense.
Absolutely. I think that's a whole different game if Curry's playing.
Naples called a blessing. They called a blessing.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And the referees.
And you got Lehigh. Lehigh had a great season, too. They started off a little rocky, a little slow, and they came on strong at the end of the year. and they made the playoffs.
And that's huge.
And
That's most improved, right?
Yeah, that's
Most
most
improved.
improved. Most improved. Lehigh. Now we're gonna go to Bishop and Coco. I think Bishop, I love you boys, but y'all was still on the charter bus too.
No soup for you. No soup for me. What their pep rally was like.
Did you even pinch them? Like it was 64 zip. We love y'all. Y'all know y'all our number one guys.
how do
on the
they
show.
score one touchdown? One
That's
touchdown.
my thing. But that goes back to South too. Like you didn't get not one.
That's what I mean.
I mean a field goal.
Especially with that duo, that that offense that they had all year.
Well,
Disappointing.
yeah, but
Maybe.
they made the playoffs. There's a lot of teams that were sitting home right now, but they put a goose egg on. All right. Okay, let's get into the guys that won from around here. Dunbar, oh my God. We was on the sideline. Owen got us kicked
No,
out.
I did not. Hey,
Yes,
don't even
he
put
got us
that
kicked
on
out.
me.
But
Don't even put that on me.
He got us kicked out for a good cause.
Oh,
Because,
no.
he helped the coaching staff with some play calling. And Dunbar ended up making a huge stop on the goal line, bro.
Good
Come
job.
on, bro. Just take it.
Why can't you just own it? Why can't you just own it? Why can't
Good
you
job,
own it?
Owen.
Assistant
Good-
sideline
good-
coach.
Yes, sir.
They called us cheerleaders. They said them cheerleaders might need a guy.
Get out of the end zone.
It was
I feel
a third
like
guy with y'all
I feel
too,
like if
but-
we really
yeah,
want to be honest,
go
it was probably AD the one that really got us.
You think? Yeah.
Pushed out.
Yeah, because he was the bad influence on our life. We was back there. We was just chilling, calm, cool, and collect. And
But
we got
that was a
around.
game, though.
Great
That
game.
was a good game to watch in the end zone. Those two kick returns in a row, unbelievable.
That was what?
Like-
they say that was what?
back to back.
Three or four touchdowns in less than.
There was it was a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah,
less than a minute.
I looked up at the clock, and it was like 10 minutes left. 3 touchdowns go through, and it was like 9 minutes left. And it was a crazy sequence of what happened there. But they needed those 2 touchdowns. They had to have those special teams. But if they're gonna win next week, they can't depend on that every week.
I don't
and
know now
expect to
because
win.
special teams is big in the playoffs.
It's third. It's
But
one
you
third of the
expect to
game.
have kick returns like that every single game?
I don't
Well,
expect them to
the
be
funny
getting
thing
kicked the
about
ball.
the funny thing is they didn't try to kick Shockey the ball,
Oh,
and he
yeah.
caught it and ran it back
Oh, that
because
was-
they was kicking short.
But he played up. They put him
Yeah,
up.
they that was a smart coaching move. But the dumb coaching move on Southeast part was when y'all kicked it deep because y'all thought y'all was in the game and they kicked it deep to Seneca. And it was over. He ran left. He ran right. And he was out of there.
And it's gone.
And that was a huge win, man. You guys started off slow. Listen, I don't know if y'all got pep rallies or not, but y'all need to get some because y'all came out like y'all was flat. And it showed in the first quarter. The
Quiet.
band, the 12th man wasn't even crunk.
You can't have Drew sitting there screaming at you coming out the locker room
Yeah.
every game to get you hyped.
Do a music video before games.
Well, they pulled out the win. I mean, they
Yeah.
got it together. When they started going, they started getting their swag going. They were having fun out there. They played well. They got it going eventually.
And they play Immokalee for the third time this year. So that's going to be a hard-fought battle because it's hard to beat a team 3 times in a row. You got to understand Immokalee's coming to win. You guys cannot start off flat because it was really embarrassing to see a playoff team from Lee County go out there and you guys were flat. You got it together.
Like a regular season.
Y'all the most swagged out team. Show it. Come on.
That band, though,
Yeah, but the bands ain't crank up till later. The 12th man ain't crank up till later.
either did the team.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Y'all need to get on the band, get on y'all self, and get it done.
You gotta know
you
what
got to
time
stop
it
being
is.
so hard on them. They did win the game. Like,
They won,
You're talking like they didn't win the game.
No, they won.
They won the
but
game. So good.
I need all
Andrew
four.
gonna blow out.
Huh?
Yes.
He won out.
Because they didn't even supposed to be on the field with Dunbar. But they let them stick around. Fort Myers, Barron Collier. Fort Myers did what they were supposed to do. Everybody knew Fort Myers was going to beat Barron Collier.
That game was so easy. Like
Hey, did we give them water? Did Fort Myers give Van Fire water?
Listen, you know Lee County, we
that game.
Barron Collier
It ain't
don't
the
do
best
that.
water.
Do Barron Collier don't give? They might.
That's
don't.
Collier County, too.
Yeah,
But you gotta understand, Barron Collier brought their band. And they, you know,
Why wouldn't you?
Barron Collier do. They
You
do
know,
their
Barron-
thing.
Barron
They
Collier got-
they take your band and the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They just misplace your band. Like
Yeah.
when Barron Collier come in town, just tell your band.
They
to
got
sit in the bleachers.
1,000 people in their band.
Grab the Cracker Jacks and just sit down and chill. But that whole that Fort Myers and Barron Collier game, it was like practice.
Right.
Literally, like Sam Sirianni be like, throw Bensley a jump ball, throw DeGroot a jump ball. All right, we gonna give Felix the ball, if he don't break out, we're gonna do this. Like he was just, it didn't even look like a game plan. It was
Yeah,
like
I mean,
he was
you
just-
got so bored you left and
already
came to
know.
the Dunbar game.
I left
mean,
the game. I left the
So
game.
did it feel like you were watching practice? I mean,
And they have Naples coming up. So listen, you guys got to go down to Naples, bring your own water because they're not providing you any. And go in there and understand, listen, you're going to get some bad calls because the refs, they don't like us. Play through it. Come out with a W. Keep Lee County on top.
don't in the playoffs, don't they have statewide refs? Like,
It don't
they
matter.
had imported them.
Naples got statewide money. and
don't
they
even
gonna pay
give
that.
them, don't even give them the chance to let them affect the game.
Yeah.
Just go out there, take over the game, do what you got to do, score touchdowns, get a big lead, and don't even worry about the rest.
Yep.
Don't let them even be a part of it.
And keep us going, baby. We want to keep talking about football. It's merging into basketball season, but we want to keep talking about football because, you know, that's what we did. So we'll be right back right after this short break. Boop, 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 boop. Welcome back to Big Dream Sports TV. I got with me some great guys doing some big things in the community, man. They teamed up with St. Jude's Hospital. They're nightclub promoters. We got Cedric from The Crew Entertainment and my dog Harold from Star Promotions. And these guys, man, I'm going to sit back, relax, and let them talk about what they got going on. Cedric, what's up?
Hey, what's up, man? I just want to let everybody know that we've been doing nightclub industry for about 5 or 6 years right now, and you know what I'm saying, we do more than just promote nightclubs. You know what I'm saying? So we do reach back out to the community. We do give back. You know what I'm saying? That's one of our big goals. The nightclubs sometimes get a bad name. We know in the media you see a lot of stuff going on with the nightclubs, but a little backside with us, we do more than just throw events and drink and do the partying scene. We do, with the profits, give back to the community. We do look back. And we're looking to do more stuff in the future. So, yeah,
That's what's up, man. That's huge, man. Harold? Don't get nervous.
With us, man, we just, like I said, we've been doing it about 6 years. So with us, it's much more than the nightlife industry. You know, we for the last 3 years, every October, we donate to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. Very big to us, a big percentage of the proceeds of our door for a certain party we do in October, which is a cancer awareness party. So we definitely like to donate and give back. You know, we feel like it's better, you know, to have 400 or 500 people under our watch, our establishment, rather for them, you know, roaming the streets and hanging out at, you know, gas stations. If we can watch people, you know, from 9 to 2, you know, on a Friday and Saturday, rather than them hanging out, you know, we feel better about that than, you know, them just wandering around in the streets.
That's what's up. Now, the reason why I brought these guys on the show, because, you know, we are a sports show, and these guys tie into, you know, sports because they're former athletes, and they're showing you that, you know, you don't have to be an athlete all your life. You can merge into different type of businesses. They're in the promotion and the entertainment business. So, you know, I'm going to let Cedric speak on what sport you played.
I actually played football back in high school. I was a wide receiver.
Right.
I didn't go outside of high school, but that was, you know, once you play sports, it stick with you forever. You know,
definitely.
like coaching, that stay with you, that mentality. So I did, after that, I did help out my son, my little brother, say,
Exactly.
look, I want to get y'all in sports. It gives you good direction, you know what I'm saying? So I did get them into sports, basketball and football. My brother and my son play sports now.
That's what's up, man. Huge. That's what's up. Definitely. Now, Harold, me and you play flag football against each other all the time. You know, we can't give it up.
Flag football, yeah. I played football in high school all throughout, you know, the JV, the varsity, whatnot. But right after high school, you know, I got in with the nightlife industry. But off that, I did volunteer coach over at Cape Coral High School, my alma mater, in 2014 and 15. And, you know, it was a pretty nice experience. You know, structuring the kids, mentoring them, giving them guidance, on and off the field. So, that was a good thing. So I still like to, stay around, my alma mater and with sports.
Right,
So,
that's huge. Now, let the people know about, the event you guys got going on, because at the same time, you guys showing me love, so I want my viewers to see and understand and know what you guys got going on coming up in the near future.
Go ahead, Cedric.
Go ahead.
Are you on me? In 2017, we're actually, we pretty much do weekly parties on the weekends and stuff like that. We average up anywhere between, 400 to 500 patrons at our parties. We do team up with the colleges as far as FGCU and FSW with those, frat sorority organizations, and we do parties, with those guys. And our parties are real diverse. It's not, just one crowd or certain crowd. Our parties are real diverse. So we cater to all. We got different security guards all throughout, the establishment. So everybody, it's under our watch. It's our responsibility. Everybody's just coming out and having a good time. So that's about it.
That's what's up. So, like I said, the reason why I brought the guys on the show is not to promote the business or promote the nightlife, but to promote that athletes can do other things besides play sports. These guys are doing some stuff in the nightlife, but also giving back, enjoying what they do, because they say if you enjoy what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. So, man, I appreciate you guys coming on, man. Appreciate the love.
I think it's time.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. And we'll be right back right after this short break.
Hello, this is Matt Berman, owner of Culinary Twisted. We are a new, healthy, ready-to-eat, fresh meal plan service that delivers right to your front door. Ready-to-eat for salads or hot meals, with no chopping, slicing, dicing, or washing. I love this idea. Our meals are made fresh for you daily. How does it work? Go to culinarytwisted.com and pick a meal plan that fits your lifestyle. We offer gluten-free, organic, paleo meals. 2, we deliver right to your front door. And 3, you just heat up your fresh, ready-to-eat meals. We have prepared a 16-week rotating menu that will fit any lifestyle. Now that's simple enough. Just heat and eat. Order now and go to culinarytwisted.com.
Welcome back, Big Dream Sports TV. I have with me one of my mentors, great guy, Coach James Chaney out of Lehigh. What's going on, Coach?
Hey, man, thanks for having me, man. I'm honored. It's a privilege to be here, and I appreciate what you guys are doing for the community.
Thanks, Coach. Listen, I want to congratulate you on your first playoff season in your second year.
Yes, sir.
A lot of coaches around here still haven't made the playoff and been coaching for a long time.
Yes, sir.
That's huge. And you got some great talent out there. And we going to give you all the publicity because, we got a lot of our guys over there.
Okay, all right.
And you got your son who's I feel is going to come into his own in a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Doing some big things. Who all you got coming back next year?
Well, we have Mr. Curry coming
Yeah.
back, Russell Brown. We got a kid named Tyreek Etienne. He's a big outside linebacker. We got offensive lineman Rigo Villa. We got Chris Pierre, one of our big defensive ends. He's had a really great season. Quan Martin is coming back. Dale Sean Green,
Right.
also known as Scooter. We got a cast of characters coming back.
Man, that's what's good.
And they've kind of grown up in the program, man, and we're proud to say that they're Lehigh Lightning football players.
And, Coach, one of the things I do, I follow you on Facebook, and I always see you making positive comments, also, showing how your team has to put in the work. And I don't think a lot of people and a lot of parents around here understand the value of having a coach that, requires much more from their players.
Mm-hmm. Well, with me, there's no ego involved.
Right.
I started being a head coach with Cape Junior Pop Warner, and I was coaching the Tiny Mites, and I coach, varsity football the exact same way I coach the Tiny Mites. I just have high demands. I believe in character. I tell all my players all the time, I could be 75 years old. If I see you up there at the store trapping, I'm going to get out the car with my cane and I'm going to beat you somewhere, you know.
Exactly.
And that's just how I look at it. I take their health and mentally and physically very, very, very serious. And I just want them to be great young men because football is a means to an end.
Exactly.
You know, you can play golf at 80 years old, but you ain't gonna be out there playing flag football as a 70-year-old. So
Right.
I'm looking for their future. I'm trying to build futures.
Yeah, and that's one of the biggest things that I see in your program that, you know, it's standards. And that's where I feel like as a community, a nation, we have got away from the standards, holding these kids accountable for
Yes, sir.
certain things. Like, you know, if a kid doesn't show up for practice, he needs to be punished, you know, or disciplined in some kind of way. And I see that happening with you. Like, you make statements, the kids talk highly about you. Your program showed that you've been there 2 years. You came with nothing then, you know what I'm saying? You improved to go to the playoffs. Like, that's huge. Like, everything that you're doing right now is basically, you know what I'm saying, showing itself.
Well, you know, the kids work hard, you know, and I think as coaches, we have to set that example.
Right.
You know, we have a problem here in sometimes, and I guess it's all over America, where parents, you know, just kind of, you know, they expect their kids to be D1 NFL players, but, you know, you got to put in the work. You know, to me, you know, if you go to work at McDonald's, you should be striving to be a manager, you know, within a year or two.
Exactly.
You know, you just got to, life is about putting in work, taking care of yourself. And I think if our kids, you know, and I root for kids all around the community. College coaches come by, man, I'm talking about kids from South, kids, you know, kids from everywhere, you know, because I want these kids to go further. You know, it's not only about Lehigh for me. I feel like God has put me in a position to share what I know. I'm behind the curtain. And for years, you know, coaches didn't really share some of those secrets about recruiting and, you know, how you do this and how you do that. I try to get on Facebook and tell everybody the secrets because I want these kids to make it, and it really doesn't matter what helmet they're wearing.
And that's what we need, because at the end of the day, on Friday night, you're going to scrap up to beat the opponent.
Absolutely.
But, you know what I'm saying, after Friday night, what is there? You know, and that's what you're laying down. You're laying down the foundation to say, hey, listen, you know, as a coach, parents, and, you know what I'm saying, entrust their kids to you. So when they entrust their kids into you, you understand that, listen, I'm not raising boys, I'm raising young men.
Absolutely.
And that's why, you know, I call you one of my mentors, because when you have somebody that's setting the bar up here, you want to follow it. Because if you each one teach one, I each one teach one,
Absolutely.
then it makes the world and our community a better place.
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes,
Coach,
sir.
man, I appreciate you coming on.
Thank you for having me.
And keep doing what you're doing, Coach.
Yes, sir.
And I look to see some great things out of you next year.
I appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir.
Thanks a lot.
All right, we'll
All
be
right.
right back right after this short break.
The focus of our program is to enhance speed, footwork, and explosive jumping ability. Don't delay and call your speed doctors today at 239-826-7891.
Welcome back to Big Dream Sports TV. We in the coach's corner, and it's only right that I keep Coach Chaney around since he's one of the coaches. AD, what's happening?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm happy to be here with Coach Chaney. You know, one
Sir.
of my brothers. You know, we talk a lot, and you know, I really, you know, appreciate what he's doing for young kids. So, you know, it's good to be up here with him.
Thank
Yep,
you, sir.
yes,
Thank
yes.
you, sir.
So now, let's go and do it like this, man. Venice South. I'm gonna let you speak on that, Chaney.
I mean, we went to a 7-on-7 situation this summer. Trey Burton put on, and I kind of, you know, their facilities are tremendous. We played them in a game, and we came out with a victory. But I could tell based on history that you know, they're the only game in town. They probably get all the money, get all the sponsorships, and man, it was a tough loss by South. I never would have guessed it, never would have thought it. But you know, sometimes a rose bush got to get cut back to grow.
Yeah.
So I'm sure South will be definitely stronger. South going to be hard to beat because of what happened in the playoffs. They'll never forget it. So, you know, people like Lehigh got to pay the price. So they'll learn from it.
Okay.
They'll learn from it.
AD?
Well, last week, it's one of those things I told you. It's a different game, when you're playing off tradition. It's a different game, when you can bring everybody from your neighborhood, from your city, to one school.
Yep.
I'm telling you, it's going to be tough, with Fort Myers, spread so thin, with Lee County. And, at some point in time, you got to be together, because the role players are the ones that win games.
Right.
When you have your stars, you expect your stars to make their plays. But the role players are the ones that win games. When you go into Venice, back in the day, when you go into Lemon Bay,
Yeah.
in the 90s, when you go to those places, those guys are built for their school.
Yes, sir.
And, you get off that charter bus and you're not built for your school, you're going to have problems.
Right.
And you can go out and you can do whatever you want to do, but at the end of the day, you got to love where you're at. You got to play for your friends. It's just like I was telling the kid the other day, you got a Mike linebacker. Mike linebacker got to believe in that Will linebacker. If you don't believe in that Will linebacker, you guys are not going to be successful.
Exactly.
So when you go out there, you got to believe in 40, 50 guys, however many guys you have on your team, and you got to make sure that you're a team. And if that don't happen, you're going to have problems.
Yeah, like I got my film. I haven't seen stereo film in a while, and from my senior year, and it was heartwarming. Me and my nephews, we sat up there and watched it, and they got to see, me playing when I was younger. But Coach Anthony got on the microphone and was doing an interview, and the first thing he said was, I got a great coaching staff, but I got a team full of kids that are not the best in the county, but play for the guy next to them. And we had our superstars. We did,
Yes,
But then the news reporter guy said it. Not us, not Coach Anthony, not one of the coaches. He said, it's going to be a night, you don't know who night it's going to be. You don't know who's going to be the star of that team. And like you said, role players. That's the key thing. Like, I understand everybody wants to stack the deck and this. You can't. It's not going to work. People need to understand their position, their role, stop jumping from school to school, and play ball. Because we did it with 28 players. Y'all can sit up here and talk about it. Oh, we need 100 this, 5A, 28 players. That's it. That's all I got to say. And 5 on with JV players.
And Mr. Layton, the biggest thing what people fail to understand is that, when I came into coaching, you were my first project. And, I can go back, 20 years ago, and I remember, now, you're an adult, and, you can say stay here, whatever, but, you had a little chip on your shoulder, and you were upset a little bit. And we met, I remember, you came to my house, I brought you to my house, and, my wife cooked wings, you remember those days. And I said, Andrew, you got to take advantage of the opportunity. You're not going to get 7, 8 balls a game.
All right.
But when you get the ball, we got to take advantage of what you're doing.
Absolutely.
And, Andrew, we made a run, it's probably, it hasn't been done in a while in Lee County, but, Andrews scored every game. He led the area in interceptions that year with like 9 or 10 interceptions. We moved him around and put him in a situation to be successful, but at the beginning, he wasn't happy. But taking advantage of the opportunity and letting the guys make it easy for you, that's what you got to believe in. And we got Coach Chaney up here. Chris Curry. Chris Curry is a beast, but Chris Curry can make it easy for everybody else.
Absolutely.
When you get caught up in Equan Doors can make it easy for everybody else. Darian Felix can make it easy for everybody else. Are you going to believe in what's going on and stay and do what you got to do and become that role player, that team guy that you need to be? Everybody can't be me.
Right.
Everybody can't be me. They're going to interview one guy every week, the coach and one player. if you have a night the week before, you can get that interview. But it's only one me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's all about consistency too, Coach. I mean, you know, games are won Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. You know, and in the summer, you know, June, July, May, you know, you have to put in the work and you have to be a teammate. We've lost the sense of being teammates, you know, and I try not to knock what's going on with all the movement and stuff like that. But man, I remember once upon a time when I played Pop Warner, man, I knew that I was in North Fort Myers High School district. I knew everybody who played for North Fort Myers High School, and I dreamed of the day I could wear that red and gray or red and black, whatever it was back then. I knew who Coach Hoover was. I knew who Coach Homer was. And it was a sense of neighborhood pride. Win, lose, or draw, you know, we fought the good fight. And I think, you know, what our young men have to learn, you know, in these days and times, man, you know, when life gets hard, you know, in our relationships and on our jobs, you know, you just don't have that green light all the time just to say, hey, man, I'm out. Yeah. You know, sometimes, man, you have to stick through the good times and the bad times, man. And just like I said about South, you know, South got beat, you know what I'm saying? But, hey, man, sometimes it's a blessing and a whooping.
Yeah.
I got plenty of whoopings growing up. And, you know, but I was blessed.
Yeah.
You know, and I thank God for my parents. But, you know, we got some great young men, man. Transfer or not, we got some great young men, some real mannerable young men in this town, man. And I think, man, if we just start getting to that community stick-to-itness, you know, we'll be all right.
Yeah, and well, Fort Myers, you know, was pretty much a breeze game. They got to go into Collier County. Just give a little brief synopsis on what Fort Myers need to do to pull a win out on that situation.
Well, you know, the thing is they got to be greenies.
Yeah.
You know, that system has worked, you know, for a long time. And, you know, I think that, you know, they struggle when they get away from what they do.
Right.
You know, they got a system where, you know, you can go 14, well, I guess you got to make it to the semis, but you can go 8, 9 weeks where you don't see this system. Mm-hmm. So you only have 3 days to really prepare. Mm-hmm. You know, so stick with what they do, make them stop what you do. And like I said, at the end of the day, you still got to have a wrinkle.
Right.
Tough fundamental defense. You know, Fort Myers plays tough on D. Naples is gonna run that veer, and they're gonna run it till you decide you can stop it. Their quarterback is their primary runner, and I think in Fort Myers, if everybody stays in their gaps and does what they're taught to do, you know, I think Fort Myers can come out victorious. You know, I'm all Lee County all the way.
Yes, sir.
No offense, Coach Kramer.
But I'm Lee County all the way, man. And if Lehigh ain't in it, I'm rooting for Lee County. That's me. That's where I'm from.
Now, Dunbar playing Immokalee for the 3rd time.
It's going to be tough, you know, but like I told you before, you know, it's something about those Tiger kids. You know, it's something about those Tiger kids. In a choice era, you know, those Tigers, they do what you want them to do.
Yeah, I think the Jock Louise boys pay off this week. I like Dunbar to beat them for a 3rd time.
Okay. Well, you have it from the coaches themselves in the coaches' corner. We'll be right back right after this short break.
That's real news official.
Let's get ready to rumble. This segment we have the debate. Owen versus Cap.
It's not really a verse thing. I mean,
yes, did you see the gloves?
Here's the thing. None of this is pretend. You know how ESPN and all that stuff, they're always taking sides that they don't even believe in. If we agree on something, we agree on something. We probably won't agree on everything.
The debate in the presidential debate, they agree upon some stuff. Not all the things. Y'all ain't going to agree upon all
man, I ain't going
to. Okay, well, I'm the mediator.
Coming too hard. Be nice to me, Cap.
Ding, 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 ding. I'm the mediator. Right. You have 30 seconds to give your statement, and then I'm going on to the next opponent.
30 seconds.
30 seconds. It's no long.
And you know me, all y'all know me.
I feel like the Brock and Brim brand.
I talk. Yeah, right. I need more.
Can't be
more time than
long-winded.
that. All right.
Can't be long-winded. So first question, Owen. Who did more for their team, Jamie German or Noel Devine?
See, this is a tough question to me because it's two different eras. But I'm gonna have to say Jamie German. Only because Noel Devine's stats were off the charts. That man did a lot of things on offense. But Jamie German played defense too. And he showed out on defense. He was both sides of the ball, just as impactful on offense as he was on defense and offense. So that's my opinion. And that's the reason why.
Who would you pick?
I'm taking Jamie German. I used to go there after my Pop Warner practice and go watch Fort Myers High School just to watch that man play.
So basically, you would pick Jamie German to be on your team?
Yes, sir.
Over and over. Okay.
I would say this though, Noel Devine is probably a better offensive player. I just mean to impact your team all around, that can help you win. He returned punts, he returned kicks, he played defense, played offense, he did it all.
Okay.
He's all around.
Cap?
I'm going to choose Noel Devine.
Oh.
I mean, he made a good point about Jamie German being this, that, and the third. But I mean, he was around what we could say a good team. I mean, without Jamie German, them boys really could have still did a lot without him. You know? Now, as far with Noel Devine, we could say if he wasn't on the team, they probably wouldn't have seen the playoffs. Probably. But, you know what I'm saying? You got him as an offensive threat. It goes, okay, we are not worrying about it because North Fort Myers felt like you cannot stop Noel Devine. So you can put up all the points you want on us, you just got to stop Noel Devine. And in all,
can't see me.
In all, who's to say Noel Devine couldn't play defense? They just saved him that much on offense, and he took them to places that they haven't been in a while. Versus Jamie German with his good team.
So if you had a team and you had to pick out of these two, who would you put on your team?
Obviously Noel Devine.
No.
Just because the argument. I picked Noel Devine, and he picked.
Okay. Now, next question. Cap, you're going to be first. Who was the best three-sport athlete to come out of Lee County? We have Ernest Graham, Deion Sanders, Philip Buchanan.
Ooh, I'm going to go with Deion Sanders. I mean, he was pro almost at everything he did. I mean, he even had a chance to run in the Olympics. So I'm going to pick him as the three-sport athlete. Best three-sport athlete.
I mean, it's Deion Primetime Sanders. How we going, I mean, Hall of Fame, he played pro sports, Major League Baseball and NFL. You can't really, there's Ernest Graham, one of the best athletes ever to come out of here. Philip Buchanan,
now,
Philip Buchanan, great baseball player. He could have got drafted. I went to baseball camps with him and, ran the 60 with him. And great baseball player. But it's Deion. Can't even, it's hard to argue that.
So what can we say, are we talking?
Choose one.
No, I'm saying, are we talking high school?
College? School. Ain't nobody said nothing about college. High school.
Just high school?
High school.
Okay, I mean, I still have to go with Deion. Even though he was
Deion
4.
too?
I have to.
Okay, well, you don't have to.
Deion was 4 sport. Philip was 4 sport, right?
Yeah. So, now, Owen, we're coming to you.
Sir.
Who had the best college national championship impact on a team? Javon Kirsch, the Freak Voodoo, Philip Buchanan, Warren Williams, or Chris Vance?
I'm going with Philip Buchanan all day right now because he played for the U for one. For two, that might be the greatest college football team ever to play college football.
Stop it.
I'm just saying.
Stop it.
Can't even argue that. All right. Philip, that year had 2 punt returns for a touchdown. He averaged 14 yards a return, 5 interceptions, 1 for a 70-yard touchdown. He was an All-American. He
In
never
the
gave
national championship game.
whatever. I'm just giving you some things. And he never gave up a touchdown in college. So he tells me. That's what he tells me. That's what he says. But he was a punt returner. Same thing. Punt returner, kick returner. He could impact the game, shut down corner. Javon Curse is a close second, though. Man, you had to scheme for him. You had to, you know.
Who are you going with?
P-Buck, Phillip,
Okay.
all day.
In a championship game.
National championship.
Phillip ran a 4.22. Fastest man on that team.
He said national championship game. See, I didn't. The question wasn't wrote like that for us to.
It wasn't wrote
I didn't
like
know
that,
it was
yeah.
a championship game.
You said championship team.
Now, yeah, in a championship game.
Who had the best college national championship impact on a team?
That's not how you typed it to us, but.
You want me to see?
No, he
That's
probably
all right,
did.
all right.
But
What's the answer?
I'm looking like, see, I can't give that because I'm looking at the guys he picked. Okay, Javon Curse, Phillip Buchanan, Warren Williams, Chris Vance. I know of Javon Curse, I know of Phillip Buchanan, and I know of Chris Vance. But I really can't tell you what Warren Williams did. For him to be in that, he had to do something.
Who are you going with?
I'm not going. I plead the fifth.
You plead,
On
he
that,
cannot plead the
Next
fifth.
question.
No.
Next
He
question.
can't let him do that. Pick
Next
somebody. Pick
question.
somebody right now. Pick one.
Warren Williams because he played for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Simple.
All right.
Now, Greg,
Go ahead.
who is the best former football player turned head coach? Anthony Dixon, James Chaney, Ernest Graham.
And we're basing this on both careers.
Yep.
Oh, I
careers.
didn't know that either.
No,
whatever.
We're not basing it on
Just
both
as a
careers.
coach.
Just coming
As
to a coach. As
Yep.
a coach. Well, I mean, Ant Dixon was a head coach for 2 years. Well, one. James Chaney, coach for 2 years, but he had that issue in the first year. So, Ernest Graham, we're gonna just play. We're gonna eliminate that factor right there on my end because Ernest Graham, he still haven't made it to the playoffs. So we're not.
Right.
Anthony and James Chaney. I'm gonna have to go with Dixon, Anthony Dixon. I mean, he had a lot more talent than James Chaney, which he had to deal with. You know what I'm saying? He had to put them in the right place. He had to teach these guys what to do, how to do it. So I'm going with James. I mean, not James, but I'm gonna have to go with Anthony Dixon on that one.
Okay.
I'm sticking with AD too. I mean, he just, as far as getting wins and making the playoffs and being consistently successful, I know he's only really had the 1 year, but he's been coaching a long time, and it's tough. They're both great coaches, Chaney and AD, and you just saw them up here today. Both great men, both great leaders. But I would just have to go. I have to go with the body of work so far with AD. That's all.
Now, last
I'll
question.
take either one of them on my team though,
Right.
or all three of them. EG too, you know.
Good. Last question.
Good.
Owen, you're gonna
That's
answer
nice.
This.
It's real nice.
You're gonna answer this first.
I didn't know we had.
Who was the better team? Estero 98 or Fort Myers 92? Haha.
This is like y'all didn't tell me about this question.
Didn't tell you. Just-
Well, I played against 98 Estero, and y'all were something to deal with. Y'all were a handful. I saw 92 Fort Myers play.
Can you make your decision, please?
I can't. I mean, I'm sitting here. You might not like my answer.
I don't care.
I'll go with your Wildcats because y'all made it all the way to the state championship,
Thank you. So the question.
and I played against.
Oh, I'm gonna be straight up. 92. 92. All day, every day. Why? Because you had Jamie German on the team.
Yeah,
You had Dedrick Epps.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You had Rod Gatson.
Right, I guess.
I mean,
yeah.
you had a legitimate team. not taking away from y'all, but them was some big names right there, like that really did some big things.
So do you go off of names or do you go off of
Production. That's what I'm going off, production.
Well, they didn't even make it to the championship if you're going off production.
No,
Are you in this debate?
Yeah, you said.
No, I'm just asking.
Oh, okay.
So you want to turn this into?
I'm asking you.
No, I'm saying you want to turn this into. We're gonna take it away from using Madden factor. 92 Green Wave.
Who's gonna win the game?
Which is a 95 overall.
Put them on the same
and
field. Who wins the
Esteros 98, which I would say
We will.
a 90. A 90.
Okay.
But like you said, y'all went farther. But if it was week one, Stero 98 versus Green Wave 92, I'm going with Green Wave 92. That's just me. I just
In your grill.
I just feel like
Eat that,
You
he
can't
said.
just be bringing questions up.
Yeah, you gotta be
They're
great.
gonna look
Hold on,
dead in
time
your
out.
eye and tell you.
Time out. How y'all
You're the
gonna come at
mediator.
the
You cannot do that.
Like, did you see Hillary or Trump going at the mediator?
Yes.
No,
Yes, I did.
But
They were going at each
the
other.
questions
Don't come at
wasn't
me.
about the mediator.
But
Yes,
no,
I did.
The questions was because they benefited the mediator. If the questions the
Okay,
mediator
well,
asked,
put it this way.
don't come at me, bro.
Okay, well,
this is
we
supposed to be-
have to because you on that. Okay, you was the safety
You weren't getting your
for the
feelings
90.
hurt up.
You was the safety for.
You.
Man,
Hold on,
we would have
hold
laid
on.
92 out.
Listen. He was the safety for the 98. 98. It's the Wildcats, right?
Yeah.
Didn't Jamie Jeremy play safety? Mm-hmm. So who's better?
Me.
Okay, I feel you. Well, I'm going with Andrew Layton them since he's a me.
Simple.
Me.
That's
simple.
my big cousin, but you know what I'm saying? I can't let him know. You know,
You can't let them know, or we
I-
just
I
being
looked up to
or
him.
we just being real on this
I looked at-
this panel
Listen,
right now.
But the only difference was Jamie ran a 4.3.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
Because if you look at our stats, I had more stats than he did.
Yeah, because like I said,
But
they had other players that was like
I did too.
you did, but your linebackers, their ratings was like 76 overall.
He had Big Phoebe on the line.
My point
Lead the
exactly. Y'all lost Duke. Y'all lost William Fletcher.
This debate is not about. Listen,
Who's
now,
the best?
listen. You let us know who won this debate. This dude
I
got his
did.
phone on. Like,
I
really?
did.
Answer it, bro.
I did. Yeah, who is
They
it?
probably be telling you
Who is
who won
it?
the debate.
Oh, Jamie, what's up? yeah. Hold on.
Cuz, we going to call you back right after this short break right now because we in the middle of this. Yeah, I understand you. Yeah. No, I'm still better than you. My team is better than yours. I got to call you later. I got to call you back. We'll discuss this after the show. Okay, all right.
See what happens?
It's all good. God don't like ugly. Check us out.
Word travels fast. You know? Hey.
Don't let your talent get in the way of your responsibilities.
Show's over?
Yes, but listen, y'all need to let us know who won the debate. What you want, Preston?
What's up?
My nephew is in the back. He don't understand he has to stay in the back. What do you want? You said, wait, what you want? Come on.
Man,
they want to end the show.
They want to end the show. All right. Come on.
Watch the chords.
Sign off.
Look at our little mini-me's, Bedu. Bedu.
Come on.
Bedu, Bedu, Bedu.
Over here. Over here. Come on, bro.
So y'all
All right,
gonna end
sign
the show.
off.
Sign us off.
That's the end of BDSTV Sports TV, and we'll see you next time.
Oh, yeah.
We're out.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Give me one of these.
Damn.
Give me one of these.
Damn. And we out. Peace.
Deuces.